Hi, today we will try to do web authentication using fingerprint iris. How this thing will be happen? How this it will be do the authentication. One thing first we go for the any fingerprint device. We take the fingerprint device. Uh, it will be get the captured information from the as a data exchange responses from whether socket calls or XML calls or JSON calls. We get back the information. The data is coming back based on scenario. Uh, Calls I see some data is plain text, some data is key exchanging mechanism. They give the public key. We need to again we need to see the exact image. We need to match the private key. Then it will be get the original image. This is one thing. Already previously I already show the code and how this communication will be happen. Now I am trying to show one use cases. What the use case? I will try to show you. Example, uh, some of the servers that we need to do for the uh, web authentication web authentication to check the authorized authenticated or authorized. These two things is checking. Authentication, what is the authentication? The person is valid or not, we are checking. Second one is authorized, he is a right person to do certain activity, that is coming part of the authorization. These two we can go for the based on the scenario we go for the discussion. Second one is college and student management. uh, College and student and employee management system. These cases, some of the devices they daily they record the information, and they will be added in um, what the scenario is happen. uh, all web authentication, whatever the device is available, it is take the device responses, captured image, what are the captured image, it is taking from the captured device. It is mm, based on the valid person or not, we go for the based on the score, algorithm score, person identity will be happen. That is one thing. Second one is the here I am doing one task, capture the information, capture the fingerprint. Based on the captured fingerprint, I am captured finger data. I throw to the I I hand over to the server. Server is, over the network. Server is return back the captured response, removing the noise. As for the one of the I followed this person. Now, fingerprint algorithm recognition. This algorithm it will be giving the suppose I am giving my finger to the fingerprint. It is captured finger here. After that, algorithm will be do the final output. What are the algorithm is explained. This thing will be happen. Further thing, we are do the authorization. He is a right person or not. It is checking the authorization. Authentication is checking whether person is valid or not. Authorization, it is a what is the limitations for authorized person, authenticated person, how much limitations he has a access to do things. That is all right. How we can capture this thing? The two ways we can capture, one is existing external vendors, they're giving the um, exchanging of the data, the captured data, to hand over the traffic to the network. In network, we maintain the based on the student management or college management, something else. we are mapping these two things, then we are coming into the validation, how much is a right person. Similarly, we are go for the one more. I'm taking one use case, the user authentication for the voting system. How this thing will be happen? I see recently in lots of news channels is saying that it is lots of duplications will be happen. They do the man phishing related uh, attacks, means they're showing that the false information, they're saying their identity, they do the dupe attempts. These dupe attempts, it will be calls for the wrong generations. Lots of tries will be do for removing this type of techniques. How this thing will be valid at the time of voting? The suppose we are taking the one uh, the room of the election setup. So one place secretly the cover the voting place. Second one is person is entering, reaching the secret cabin, and they poll their voting. Here, before recently, it is I see some of the news networks, they covered on the polling places, voting places. They cover the one camera. They put it their hand, the capturing the recording. But that is on time activity. Suppose we want to recall, it is not possible to notice certain things. Means who is where the wrong things is happen. That things will be happen. How we can after that they do one more activity in recent times. They do the webcasting. They they placed the several webcams, cover the all the places. They monitor, but that is also one drawback. They don't able to trace back certain duplications happen. That is not possible. One more, nowadays it will be combining things. What are the combining things? Here at the time of polling, based on their identity, it is not recording old way, already previously available voting system. That thing is not uh, capturing only before 1 minute of voting, based on their voter identity, capture the photo, fingerprint, latitude, longitude. This thing will be added in the database based on the scenario. Not no need to do validate based on cases. It is required to validate, and that copy will be stored on every 5 cycles of election. It will be stored those information. What will be happen? It will be this information will be released onto the visible to the public, added into the comments and nested comments. Suppose one person is giving a false related identity as a he's a right person to give the two places or three places, give the wrong attempts. It is based on the recording and do the polling. It is this thing will be in public domain. Anyone is noticing, it will be get the feedback from the nested comments or public side. After that, certain time period, why this thing will be compromised. It will be what are the manpower of staff will be part of the malfunctioning. It will be coming into the mark remark mark to next time no need to appoint those wrongly maintained what are the setup they're appointed. It will be strictly removed. not allow for the activity, and remove the what are the malpractices person able to remove the next voting services. What is the meaningful for the vote? It will be government related service activities also. It will be put this wrong activity person into the non countable, means it will be do the malpractices. That type of things will be it release the information to the public domain. This thing will be countable. What will be happen? This thing will be coming. What here ML and DL AI models is coming into the picture. And up to now they're doing for the what are the two places same identity is repeats based on that concern, removing the duplications process is happen continuously based on here taking the before 1 minute of vote the capturing their identity, not capturing uh, person is giving vote to whom, that is not capturing, only is capturing their identity before going to give their vote to his own concern. That is not captured. Certain time it will be any public service getting any capture information related thing. It will be maintainable stored data. We need to give the model, the AI models, train the model, and it will be checked for the finger and photo. The map related checks will be do. Here, I see recent times the MLC words they do for the graduate. The is a person to vote this MLC votes. Here, here only providing the certificates. That is not certificate is a giving a similar identities recent times is showing there is a wrong miss, they're submitting the wrong details. It is showing as a identity as a wrong identity, create the duplicate related use cases will be generated. How this thing will be removed? It will be add for the exchanging of endpoints from the educational institutes or universities. Suppose he has completed the graduation or post graduation, the API calls to exchanging the details to concern university. No need to universities provide some person is seated and provide the details. Not required. They enable the data into the what are the verification endpoint. They provide the endpoints. It's take the validation purpose. Once available endpoints, they're giving a verification, is giving application based on the endpoint concerns, automatically the verification checks will be happen. Verification checks will be happen automatically. Internal certificate verification, it will be happen for the duplications, means the man-made mistakes will be cause for the various levels of mistakes. What are the mistakes? He will be not noticeable things. It will be validating at the endpoint level. That thing is okay. How this thing and the employee management, how this fingerprint will be available on network, how we can check we are using existing fingerprint devices. Now I am giving the fingerprint device, I'm giving a capture, my device asking a data call, it is taking my fingerprint, I'm refreshing, I'm giving a capture fingerprint, I'm giving a finger for my hand, it's taking a finger, my finger is sending to the server. After that, based on the finger, it will be written back the finger related analysis. What are the algorithm is treat behind the finger. It is identity of person. It is taking my finger, this is the finger, this same finger is taking a sample, send it to the server. After that, training the AI model, normalizing. Uh, After that, it is detecting. Uh, Finally, it will be finger. It will be transforming this way. After that, some of the OpenCV model training algorithms, then, the modeling comparing algorithm will be decided the matching cases. I'm giving, and this is the one article. The based on this article, I'm training into the backend side. I'm taking a here. He already take one fingerprint. What he is saying that the fingerprint algorithm recognition. Uh, Suppose he is giving you one finger based on step by step. Finally, it is improving the fingerprint and giving for the training. We need to give the comparison need, and we need to process this finger to uh, our requirement. Here, some of the steps he is providing how the finger will be processed. Finally, it is getting algorithm wise the trading, how this one is functioning, all those things is written on great article, how this thing will happen, how image to this expected results, after that binary code how it will be converting. um, the dull position will be taking as a zeros and highlighted ones is taking as a ones. This scenario, the capturing, how the techniques will be happen behind the researching, researching materials, all those things we go through. And if you want no want to implement such a way, we need to go this type of thing. I'm giving a I'm giving one more finger. Suppose I'm giving a refresh. I'm giving one more finger. I'm giving one more finger here, but it is not taking. I'm giving I'm giving one more finger. This is a one more finger. It is captured. The captured finger information sent to the where the destination server will be process the thing. After that, return back what are the finger, first finger. See, both are same. The taking of that same scenario, the finger related algorithm train the all those information, it will be model, and finally is giving a binary information. Suppose MLC or something vote related duplications, some concerns will be coming into the what are the they're doing for the electing person. They giving a allegations, and this is wrong things will be happen based on the identity. Therefore, before voting 1 minute time, recording the counting, and this thing will be stored on the every time the generate what are the it is a very simple way. Nowadays the every volunteer person having a this type of fingerprint, they connect the mobile phone, they develop one web authentication calls, capture uh, uh, the what is the setup, the moving time before 1 minute, based on their voter card or Aadhaar card, take their one common thumb and their photo. Everything is okay. They will be what are the observators based on their phones. They give the capture. Then automatically it will be identity to is this person is a observators. Uh, is a right person, as a valid person is counted. We are saying that is XYZ persons is entered and elections is completed, votings are counted. Finally, any allegations is happen, what are the three persons are is giving a capture the information. Oh, this is correct. These allegations will be recounting. Not here. Not we are not seeing the. It is not possible to see who is giving a. He is voting to whom. We don't know those information. Only know that um, capture information whether it will be happen duplications or not. Those informations will be we can able to train lots of more algorithms is available, intelligent algorithms. This will be happen based on the deep learning curve to develop such type of implementation, the ML and AA models to train the analysis. If anything will be get back, uh, where this thing will be malfunctioning because of participant will be compromised, or the voters will be compromised, or where this thing will happen. Suppose this thing will be compromised for the appointed the persons who are the managing the this setup. Next time it will be black their identity for reassigning such a type of activities. So, so that is one example. One more use case, we are go for the student or employee authentication. Existing, it will be collect all student information and uh, based on their identity they capture the finger all those information and into the existing data sources databases. Once he want to attend his morning time, he is giving a his finger based on roll number, he is giving a his finger, then automatically is giving finger information, take from the take from the this device, transfer to the transfer to the where the web authentication is happened, that take the those resources to go to the server and verify or based on the scene of activity, scene of activities necessities is required. We need to store those finger as a one copy is required. So election time every 5 years at time, one time it's required to capture these three information and store them permanently every 5 years cycle. If anything is happen, one thing is duplication identity will be happen. The second thing is every 5 years the elections will be happen. He is able to attending elections or not. This thing will be identifying in future the maintaining based on his voter ID. MLC is a graduate based on endpoints. What are the portal is providing belongs to his logging. Just like YouTube, the YouTube is a everyone can post the videos. Owner itself he can able to give the replace or is giving some modifications you want his consideration. Similarly, here also data will be uh, just like Facebook or YouTube, the popular things is there. Similar way they will be developed. They link to the services, but I think this voting system and all everything they will be implement also. People just don't consider why this headache man. Who is required to daily go and check. That concerns is in general sense who is required. But when voting is happen, that time only we are go and check. Oh, this thing is there. We need to go and attend. Such things will happen, but it take a time to reach the public. But this type of development is take a very uh, deep knowledge skill to grow this type of activities. I'm concluding. This one is web authentication to take the capture the data, capture the. See, I'm giving one more finger here. See difference. I'm giving a one more finger This is a different finger. Capture the finger. This finger is reaching into the backend server. Backend is training this algorithm. After the training, information is written back to algorithm result is written back to here. Then we will show that, showing how this based on train the lots of fingerprint based on the algorithm. um, you are giving a thumb existing database, lots of thumbs is there. I need to map the who is a right person for today attendance. Otherwise we need to is not correct map. That is false information. We need to go such a uh, AI models to train and check the exact map. But this is dependent. If your fingerprint is available, then only we can utilize this service. Here, Android phone and iPhone also existing resource fingerprint resources is available. Fingerprint resources available on Android, and suppose we are go for the Android smartphone. Here also phone itself the fingerprint is available, but the fingerprint, the captured information, that is valid only within the phone. Previously locking system, some of the fingers will be taking in the phone. Once you are giving the attempt, it will be checked within the phone only. That finger information you are not compared to the web authentication. Suppose the website you want requirement, the fingerprint attendance is required. This fingerprint we need to capture the finger, we need to throw to the as a captured image here, throw to network, and we need to validate. That is not possible, that is one drawback. This thing will be possible the vendor operating system persons give the enable the APIs, then it will be possible. This type of but still now web authentication using uh, uh, phone internal resource attempt, it's not possible. This is one example how we can fingerprint sensor data via through to the server use case. Suppose we are go for the XML data transfer, the public key and private key mechanism to validate and capture the fingerprint. Fine, I'm giving a conclusion for deep analysis how web authentications will work. I'm giving conclusion.